and welcome to My Sister's Keeper. We are coming to you today live from Vaubanese, and I am one of your hosts, Sandra Amaya.
I'm Megan.
And I'm Zanita.
And I'm Kiki.
And we are here today with Rick Pollard.
He is the owner of Vaubanese, correct?
We are an Italian restaurant located in Ahwatukee, 4647 East Chandler Boulevard, basically 48th Street and Chandler Boulevard. We've been here for 27 years, located in Ahwatukee. We feature fine dining Italian food with live entertainment on the weekends. People come for the food and stay for the music.
We are about to enjoy these wonderful appetizers, but first we want to know a little bit more about the restaurant. So tell us a little bit about the history, about how it came to be.
So the restaurant was originally started in 1994 by Sasha and Donna Kosick. I started off with 5 tables. Mama cooked in the kitchen, so it was Mama cooking and Sasha and Donna just waiting tables. It was a kind of a crazy concept from Sasha. He actually moved here from Serbia. He's part Italian, part Serbian, so he had moved here, could speak 2 words of English, hello and thank you.
Wow.
Got a job as a busboy.
That's impressive.
Yes, as a restaurant, and then worked his way up. He's embraced the work hard and excel at everything you do, and he's done very well from what we have. I came in as an employee in 2005, came in as the managing partner about 6 years ago, but I've been with Vaubanese for 16, 17 years now.
So does Vaubanese have a signature dish?
You know what, we're known for, well, we're a craft kitchen, so everything's made from scratch. We're known for our gnocchi. We make our gnocchi fresh every day, which is essentially a potato pasta, almost like a potato dumpling. We're known for having some of the best lamb on this side of town. We slow braise our lamb for 6 hours, serve our feta risotto. We do feature every day, 7 days a week, a fantastic happy hour with half-price appetizers. For example, I have some right here, such as our Cose va bene, which is mussels in a white wine sherry tarragon cream sauce.
Amazing. I can smell it from right here.
Fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
One of our more popular dishes is our calamari. It's a saffron beer batter covered with a garlic aioli sauce.
That's my favorite.
We also have another version of mussels, which is a Cose va bene. What it is it's essentially red wine, sausage and bell peppers over green leaf mussels. And then our traditional bruschetta. Which is served over a crostini with essentially it's a salsa with basil instead of cilantro. And then last but not least, our antipasto misto, which is a meat and cheese platter. It's got 3 different meats, 3 different cheeses. It's got some artichoke hearts, roasted red bell peppers, clamato olives. But all these appetizers are half price from 4 to 7 pretty much every day of the week.
What dish is your favorite?
Honestly, the lamb's my favorite, but I love pasta. I love to eat. Our fettuccine con pollo e fungi, essentially it's a fettuccine Alfredo with sherry, chicken, and mushrooms. A little different than a traditional Alfredo, a little sweeter, a little heavier, but it's phenomenal.
Now, do you guys have other locations, or is this your
That's it. We have a sister restaurant in downtown Chandler called Sasha's Kitchen and Cocktails. Same ownership, but different concept. That down there does live music as well on Fridays and Saturdays. They have a DJ, so it gets a little more like a nightclub atmosphere. We're more live music, like dance music, from 8:30 to about 12:30. So like I said, people come in for a nice fine dining experience. Then move into the lounge, and I get a couple hundred people in the lounge for live music. It's fantastic.
That sounds fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Music genre-wise, is it everything? Or
It's
is
top
it...
40 dance music.
Okay.
Yeah, we've tried the country, and we've tried jazz and rock and roll. None of that really works.
So there's a little something for everyone.
Yeah, 70s, 80s, 90s. Once a month or once every couple months, I bring a disco band in, and I usually get 200 or 300 people for the disco band.
Wow.
That's great.
It's
So
always
So this sounds
entertaining.
like a fun place for girls to do a happy hour.
It always is.
right. What time do you guys open again?
We open 11 to 3 o'clock for lunch, Monday through Friday.
Okay.
We close from 3 to 4. We are open at 4 o'clock for dinner. Usually kitchen's open until about 9 o'clock. Weekends, the kitchen's open until 10:30.
Gotcha.
So when did you learn how to cook?
I've been cooking since a very young age. Yeah, my grandmother taught me to cook when I was like 5. My mother was actually a horrible cook, so I learned how to cook.
Oh no!
Love my mother to death, but yeah, she knows how to burn everything. So I learned at an early age how to cook. Now, all these recipes were actually Mama's recipes, so they're not really my recipes,
Okay.
but we've been using the same recipes for 27 years. Same ingredients and everything.
So culinary speaking, what is your guiltiest pleasure? Like
Sweets.
sweets?
Love sweets.
That's awesome.
But I love carbs too. I love bread. We bake our bread fresh every day in the restaurant as well. It smells like a donut shop in here at 4 o'clock.
Oh my gosh.
It's
I would
best bread in
500 pounds if I were
Oh,
here.
yeah. It's
That
tough.
sounds amazing. It'd be tough to be around all this temptation.
Oh, it is. It is. Eventually, you kind of just learn to just ignore the smells and just, yeah.
So what do you see for the future for Bobby?
You know what? The fact that I guess we're looking for a sense of normalcy, like any
Yeah.
restaurant.
Of course. Yeah.
The whole pandemic's been tough on everyone,
Right.
not just from the issues of trying to get product in, but staffing has been the biggest problem for
Absolutely.
every restaurant right now.
Yes.
So anyone that survived the pandemic is now having issues with trying to find people in the back of the house and front of the house.
Oh, wow.
But anyone that can survive this is going to be on top of the mountain and doing great when this is all done.
So how do you guys find your employees?
A lot of it comes to referrals.
Okay.
We've tried. There are various sites such as Career Builder, Indeed, things like that, which it works. Sometimes it doesn't. But a lot of it comes from having a good stuff. I'm lucky enough to have. I've had 2 cooks that have been with me 23 years. I've got
Wow, that's
a server that's been with me for 20, a bartender for 20. So yeah, it's.
Did
Like
you
I said,
guys
it's tough
actually
on everyone.
close during the pandemic?
No, we were open every day for
Oh,
to-goes.
wow. Good for you.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's impressive.
Yeah, it kept us going, and we went from doing very little to-go food to doing so much to-go food. I'm having to stop to-goes some nights just to keep up with
So
the
you're
demand.
doing something right.
We're doing something right, yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
So in a sense, you still have like this family business that's going on.
Yes.
I mean, you just obviously you said that you started off as a worker,
Yes.
and so even though you have a little bit of background with cooking, it wasn't something that did you come here saying I'm gonna come and I want to be a chef?
You know what?
or-
No, actually, I came in. I actually came as a bartender. So I've been in the
wow.
restaurant industry for 30 years, off and on. My background is computer science and political science, but I've always had a passion for restaurants. So I've always worked in restaurants.
Wow.
So when I came in 2005, I came in as the bar manager and then worked my way up to a partner, like about 2016. So I spent
You're a
about 6
smart
years
man.
of that. Well, it's hard work. Yeah, goes a long way.
You don't look a day over 30.
Oh, I appreciate that. My hair's a little longer now.
That's great.
That's amazing.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So moving forward, obviously everything on the table looks delicious. It seems like you have an amazing establishment that even after the pandemic, it's still been able to flourish and do good with your whole to-go thing now. So I know that'll be something different for you. So is there anything that you want to give any information about the business to anybody else or welcoming in? Anything surprising? Maybe some upcoming openings?
Well, no, we are doing, every year we do a Valentine's Day dinner.
Ooh.
It's going to be a
nice.
$65 4-course meal. I traditionally do, I think I'm going to be doing fresh grouper this year. I'm probably going to be doing beef Wellington. Probably going to be doing lobster ravioli.
This is such a great environment for
It is,
couples.
and usually for Valentine's Day, we're sold out pretty quick, so we have some availability still. Phone number is 480-706-4070. You can go on our website, babaneaz.com, or you can just look us up on Google or Yelp.
It was an absolute pleasure. We cannot wait to dig our teeth into this.
Excellent.
Yes,
Little
and
Well,
come back.
appetizers.
We're gonna have to come back for like a main course.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. So we've had some amazing appetizer dishes from Vabanese.
Yes,
I
everything was
loved
yum.
the mussels. They were amazing.
Everything was good.
Everything was so good. So we got attitude, atmosphere. Now we need some good conversation.
And a good drink.
And I hear Vabonnaise has some of the best drinks around.
Absolutely. We got a whole menu full of them. We have a lot of specialty cocktails. One of my favorites personally is our bourbon lemonade. So it's a pretty simple drink. It's not too complex. It's a nice sweet start, but then it kind of gives you a little burn on the aftertaste. So what we do is we do Maker's Mark bourbon, fresh strawberry puree, some lemon juice, some fresh lemon juice, and then we do what brings the heat is the bitters along with the ginger beer. That's just to top it all off, and it all comes together actually really nice. I've been on a good kick with it for the past couple weeks. Whenever I'm off work, that's usually my drink after work.
So is it a sweet drink? How would you
It's-
describe it?
It's a good sweet. So my favorite drinks are sweet drinks, but not overly sweet, if that makes
Right,
sense.
yeah, right.
So you know, you got your you have your overly sweet drinks, but this one, like I said, is a sweet one, but has that little fire going down that kind of brings it all together so that it's not
You feel the
overwhelming.
burn.
Yeah, exactly.
From the ginger.
Right. So besides that, we have a whole bunch of other ones. One of my personal bests is our margarita, Cadillac margarita. That one's a pretty typical drink anywhere you go. My dad's been teaching me since I was 7 years old on how to make a good Cadillac margarita.
Nice.
So I like to change mine up just a little bit.
Sure.
I muddle in an orange and a lime with the tequila itself. That way it kind of brings out the flavors within the tequila itself, and then once you add all the other ingredients, it just, I think it tastes a little bit better. It's a
Would
little
you
on
say
this.
Babinet's has their own signature drink? Is this their signature drink or?
I'd say this is one of our signature drinks. I'd say one of our most popular of our signature drinks is the Belladonna. It's a really simple twist on a lemon drop. So instead
I
of
love a
citrus
good lemon
vodka, oh yeah, no, I could drink those all day. A little dangerous though. Anyway, instead of the citrus vodka, we just add tuaca to it, which kind of just gives it a more Italian facelift to it as well.
So would you say that you can make these drinks at home if you needed to? Because I know we have Kiki here, and unfortunately she couldn't join us for the amazing food. But when it comes to you guys having all these specialty drinks, if we can make them at home, you know, for a party or a little get together, like that's
Oh.
amazing too.
Absolutely. Anytime anyone specifies, they're like, hey, how do I make this drink? I'll actually write it down for them. Because that's the beauty of a bar, is that you can go out to the store, you can go out to any, Fry's or Safeway, anything that sells that kind of stuff, and you can get that right then and there.
Can we make it look that pretty though?
I don't know, you might have to come see me.
Are there any drinks that you recommend for Valentine's Day?
Ooh, honestly, it's hard to go wrong with the Cosmopolitan, but I like the Metropolitan. That's another easygoing.
You are Clark Rave, and you work here at the Chandler location, and not the sister location, or are you over there as well?
No, I'm only here. I'm here about 5 days a week, so if you ever want to come in, drop by and get a good drink,
Ask for Clark.
ask for Clark. Anyway, I gotta take off. I gotta go do what I gotta do. Thank you, ladies, so much. I appreciate you. Thank you very much, ladies.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate
It
you.
was a pleasure. So who's gonna take a taste of that?
Yeah, please try it.
That was good. Thanks, Clark.
Ooh, that is good. It's kind of sweet though.
Oh my god, that's delicious.
You don't have to lie to me. You won't hurt my feelings.
I loved
it.
it.
It's
I
okay.
loved it.
I can feel that kick and the
You know what I mean?
aftertaste though
It's like
that it has.
The
That
ginger.
Sweet start and then a little
the
burn
bourbon
afterwards.
fish.
Well, thank you all. If you need anything else, drinks,
Thank you.
anything,
Thank you.
I'll be at the bar.
It's good.
It is good.
That was great. Ladies, what's on the table?
Yeah, Megan, tell us what's on the table today.
All right, so today we have I am more than the sum of my parts. So what does that mean to you ladies when I say that? I am more than the sum of my parts.
And more than what your physical shows. A lot of times us as females are judged or on display because of our body, our physical features that we can't necessarily control, and there's more behind that. That's what that says to me.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel the same way. And I'm going to tag off of you, Sandra, and say that it means the same thing. That there's more to us than just our physical outside features. So there's more. We have more going on up here.
You how many times I've been judged just because I have larger breasts, because I'm a shorter Hispanic woman, and that is something that's unfair. You can't help the way that you were born. You can't help your physical features and
The way you fill out.
the way you fill out. I was a very young girl, filled out very quickly, and that's something that's a lot of pressure on a young girl when you don't understand, okay, all this is going on with my body. So it's very important to send the message to our young ladies that you're more than just your physical body, more than what just a guy sees. You have value, you have smarts, you have an opinion.
And if you dress a certain way to keep those main parts covered, it won't draw as much attention as you might think. So, yeah.
I don't think that's necessarily fair, though, because there are times where there's something that'll look cute on somebody that's smaller that doesn't have that same issue, and they can get away with wearing it, whereas someone that's larger breasted, they
Very
get
true.
judged for it. And it's the exact same outfit, but you look a little different in it because you fill it out differently.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's necessarily fair to say like someone has to cover it up more, because sometimes it's the exact same outfit, they just wear it different.
But most of us as women are conscious of our features, and we know,
Correct.
those of us, we know if we are big breasted, we need to cover up a little bit more, or if we got something more going on in the back, we don't need to wear something as tight. We know what our features are, so we need to know what's appropriate and what's not appropriate.
It's
when we
all
go
about
outside.
being comfortable in your own skin. Though.
Exactly.
What's comfortable for you may be different for someone else.
Absolutely.
So I think that, and this conversation would be good also with Kiki. Aren't you located in Houston?
No, I'm actually in Killeen, Texas.
Oh, Texas. Well, with that being said, even in somewhere else, I think that, geographically, that has a big play in how people are shaped and what they wear and everything. So I
What's more
imagine in
acceptable?
Texas, you see a lot more
Conservative.
different body shapes, small, big, voluptuous, all that. So what is your take on it?
I feel like as women, we should be comfortable in the skin that we're, and I is taught to wear clothes that are appropriate for your body.
Absolutely.
It's not necessary to have everything hanging out. I mean, it may be your size, but you might want to get a size up in the top so it can fit appropriately.
Exactly right.
Definitely,
I agree.
And I also agree with Megan when she said it's kind of geographically, like if you're in Miami, it's more acceptable to have everything hanging out because everybody out there is in a string bikini. So it does kind of
Right.
depend. I mean, if you showed up like that in Arizona, that's really kind of shocking. But somewhere like California or Miami or the beach towns, that's a little more acceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from Las Vegas originally, and I would say that normally I'm okay with being a little bit less clothed with stuff. In my opinion, I don't have so much going on, whether it's big breasts or big butt or I'm super thick, so I don't feel like I'm being disrespectful at wearing something more risque because I don't have this and that hanging out here and there to where I gotta keep it in.
It's always
Petite,
important to be
it's
mindful of
fine.
what you're wearing for sure.
But there is also a time and place for everything as far
Absolutely.
as like, you just kind of got to be mindful of where you're going and what's there.
And I think also it has to do with age, because as we age, we
Absolutely.
tend to be a little bit more
You got to be
mature.
age appropriate because I've seen
Yeah.
some ladies that are out there with little short skirts showing their whole wide world, and I don't know if that's necessarily looking good. I mean, it's okay to be proud of your body and be proud of yourself, but you don't need to put everything on display.
You like to think that as you get older, you're evolving, and that mostly applies to your appearance. That you're
Absolutely.
evolving in your appearance. And,
You want to be taken seriously, and that goes back to the question.
Absolutely.
You want to be taken seriously, and if you have everything on display, sometimes people are going to automatically assume that person's easy, that person's not smart, that person, they're going to judge you right away.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And women are always judged, according to appearance. So
I think it's how you hold yourself. I know that we are all of different ethnicities and mixes and body shapes, so I think like everything to come in together it just kind
Latinas
of.
like to wear spicy clothes.
Yeah.
They like to show
There's a
they
time and a place
like to
for
wear
everything.
tight, but we're not going to go like that to church either. So
Time and place. There's definitely a time and place.
yeah, I think everybody has gotten away with wearing something spicy. Sandra. It just, I think it just goes back to what I said. Your age, your age group.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Kiki, would you say you're conservative or are you just kind of time and place as far as your wear?
I would say I'm conservative, but it depends on where. If I'm going, that's a little sexy, then of course
yeah.
spice it up.
When you're going out with your man, you want to wear a nice tight dress, but you're not going to wear that when you're in front of your grandma or at church,
So are you conservative or are you more a time and place?
I would say time and place because at work I definitely dress conservatively. When I'm in public, I'd like to dress conservatively, but when I go out with my man, I want to look sexy. I want to look good. I like to wear, the nice little black dress, but with taste.
Gotcha. And then Z.
That's right.
I would just say I'm age appropriate, and because I am in the smaller body type range,
there's more that you can get away with, as a smaller person.
Absolutely.
But for me, in my own consciousness, I'm always conscious of being age appropriate. With
And
what I
it
wear.
is a challenge. Like, it is so rough to go out there and go shopping and find something for you know, when you're larger breasted or smaller breasted, that is something that is definitely a challenge. Something that's a large might fit you like a balloon at the bottom but tight on the top, and that's so challenging sometimes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
So I think we can all say, for the most part, we have our moments where we get a little dressed up and a little snazzy, a little razzle dazzle,
Yeah.
and then there's
Yes.
always those times where you just want to make sure that
Yes.
somebody's calling you by your name and not thinking of
Absolutely.
you as something else. That
And
they
we
shouldn't
have to
be
remember
thinking.
we're role models for the youth. If you know the way we represent ourselves, there's a trickle down effect that affects the youth,
Absolutely.
the people that are all eyes are on you, and you have to represent yourself with class. Even when you're looking sexy, you can be classy.
Yes.
You have to be smart and know that, you know, okay, I'm going here, I have to represent myself as this, or I'm going here and I want to be representing and looking like that. It's all about how you carry yourself, and you know, I think maturity speaks through a lot, whether it's
Absolutely.
clothing or your skin. It just
And as women, we're our own worst enemy. We judge each other whether we mean to or not. We do it. It's something that happens on a day-to-day basis.
I agree.
I think women judge each other a lot more harsh than a man.
Yeah. But also in the workplace too, you know, it used to be a time where professionalism meant professionalism,
Absolutely.
you know. But nowadays it's like that's kind of going out the window, and so now it's allowed that you can wear piercings in your nose and, you know, have a bunch of tattoos on, and you can have green and purple hair and, you know, all kinds of things. So now it
Yeah, I
depends
remember
on-
back in the day where you wouldn't hire someone if they had a tattoo that was showing, and now you see doctors,
Get away with
lawyers
it.
that have sleeves. You know, it's something. It just society has changed a
a
lot,
lot.
and wearing this
Yes.
seemed to be a little more acceptable.
Mhm.
well.
I would say if the people in their skin and you know they're showing it. But you know, I agree you need to be tasteful with how you're showing it and
Yeah.
let that exhibit in the workplace or out in the community. Just, you know,
Yeah.
keep it tasteful.
Exactly. Exactly.
Always represent yourself with class, because you never know what eyes are on you. Well, ladies, that was so much fun, but it's time to end with the quote of the day.
So if you can fly, fly.
But if you can't fly, run.
And if you can't run, walk.
And if you can't walk, crawl.
But whatever you do,
Keep moving forward. Salud.
Salud.